Hello there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We are having a look at your September 2024 energies for new love. If you are single and looking for new love, this is your reading. Let's get right into it here, Pisces. We have a jam-packed month ahead for you. Biggest event for you guys. We've got a full moon lunar eclipse in your sign. Okay, so this is a huge completion of a cycle for you. It's probably going to be pretty intense for you, might be quite emotional for you. Okay, eclipses do tend to shake things up. Okay, and they bring about unexpected turns of events. Fated events can come in with eclipses, and being the completion of a cycle, something may come to fruition for you. Not necessarily on that particular day, okay, but it can be in the couple of weeks following that, all right? But if you've been looking for some closure, if you've been looking to shake off some dreariness, drudginess of the past, this is the energy for you guys, all right? This is all about you. What do you want? Where are you going? What's next, right? Because, of course, it is the end of a cycle and you're about to start on a brand new one. This can be very exciting. We do have a new moon in Virgo on the 2nd of September. And for you guys, this is a super supportive new moon. To achieve our goals and to make some really positive changes, right? Very supportive energy. Virgo is all about taking that down to earth practical approach. So, and we're also having a look at our daily habits and routines in that Virgo energy related to the 6th house in astrology. So this is our health, happiness, well-being, but also our daily habits, right? What do we do every single day? We get up, we brush our teeth, we have a shower, we go to work. We come home, maybe you go to school, maybe you drive your kids around, you have dinner, you maybe chill out for a little bit, you go to bed, right? Whatever your day happens to look like, everyone's a little bit different. But where in that day have you made time for making new connections, for finding love? This is what Virgo brings to the table, and this is bringing you a good, honest, truthful look at your situation. Right? And we got to make the effort to find love sometimes, right? It doesn't always just fall on our lap. But new moon, new beginnings, new people, new outlook on things as well. And it can be really, really positive. And this new moon in Virgo is actually happening in your 7th house of relationships, related to Libra in that energy. Partnerships, relationships, friendships, all of those things. So your relationships with other people, this can be very positive and very supportive for finding that new love. All right. We are entering into Libra season on 22nd of September. Fall equinox is on the same day. And that same day, Venus enters the sign of Scorpio. This is a very attractive kind of energy. You might be feeling more attractive. You might find that you're attracted to more people, or maybe people are attracted more to you. So the law of attraction very much at play there. There's also a mysterious energy here as well. So this is where someone could reveal their feelings to you. Something can come out of the woodwork, maybe get some invitation, some offer. You might reveal something as well. But a little bit of mystery on the table for you there. Not a bad thing. Relationships intensify with this energy. There's more passion in the air, and there's something that can be very deeply transformative on this day as well. So it's a day to keep your eye on, an energy to keep your eye on there for you guys. Okay. So some interesting and some great energies. And we also do have a new moon solar eclipse in Libra on the 2nd of October. So all of this energy you're going to be feeling all throughout the month. The first part of September, we do have a little bit more bumps in the road, some ups and downs. Second part of September, things kind of settle down a little bit. But as we all know, eclipses we can feel right about now, right? We're starting to feel some interesting buzzes in the air right now. So whatever it happens to be, there is certainly the potential of love in the air for you. We have the back of the deck, the 9 of Wands. Okay, so as we said a little bit earlier, this new moon in Virgo is going to have you probably reflecting a little bit on, do I have time for love? right? Because the Nine of Wands, we're tired, we're exhausted, we got a lot on the go, we've got a lot on our plate. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back a little bit. So in this energy, we just need to have a look and say, okay, where can I free myself up a little bit? Right? Where can I get out a little bit more and socialize maybe with adults? So we do sometimes just feel tired and drained. So make sure you're taking care of your own energy. Make sure you're taking care of your own needs, especially around that lunar eclipse Pisces. Okay. You're very connected with this full moon, which is great, but it can be emotionally exhausting. Okay. So make sure that you are finding a quiet place to meditate, to contemplate. Lock yourself in the bathroom and draw yourself a bubble bath, light a candle, whatever it is that, sit in your car for 15 minutes and just be alone, right? Just something to take that, put your foot on the brake a little bit and take some time for yourself, okay? The Nine of Wands does show that you are seeing something through to completion, all right? And so there could be something that you've been working on that you are really trying to get finished. It's like, I got to do this thing before I'm really ready for love. And it can also just, again, indicate that you're really busy and maybe even a little bit skeptical as well. Because sometimes the Nine of Wands, we can be kind of looking out into the world and going, okay, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? So as much as we sometimes do want love, we also can sometimes be a little bit skeptical. So just be aware of that, okay? Because of course our thoughts become things. What the energy we put out is what comes back to us, right? So if we think something's a little bit sketchy or we're worried about something being a little bit sketchy, then that's probably what we're going to attract, and we don't want to do that, okay? So just be quite aware of that. The overall energy for your month, we've got the Six of Wands, beautiful, victory, success, overcoming obstacles and challenges, and getting some rewards. The Six of Wands is an energy of feeling confident, feeling bold, feeling brave. We're moving forward into the future. All right. Now, some of you could potentially be getting recognized for something. So if you've been focusing on some work goals or things like that, this is where something may really happen for you. And you're like, yes, I did it. Whew, now I can breathe a sigh of relief, right? And now I can, shift my focus from my career to my personal life, right? So it's going to be really positive for you. But the Six of Wands, you're a little bit in the spotlight in this energy, Pisces. And of course you are anyway with that eclipse in your sign. But this is like all eyes on you a little bit. So if you put yourself out there looking for love, chances are someone will recognize the wonderful qualities that you carry with you and, will call you out on those things, right? They'll be like, you know what? That's a really great quality. I like that about you. Or, so it's like you're getting recognized, right? When you put your foot out there, and it might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but go with the flow. Okay. Let it ride. Wonderful energy there. You could also, by the way, Six of Wands can be a public event. All right. So if you get an invitation or if you have an opportunity to go to some sort of event or gathering of some kind, this could be where you find love. All right. Or where you might bump into someone that can help you find love in some way. So public gatherings, socializations, going out with people, having fun as well can all be your key to making those romantic connections. We've got the Knight of Wands here as the new energy coming in here for you guys. Ooh la la. The Knight of Wands, very exciting. Now this is this is passion. Okay. This is passion to the flame. Now, some people, yes, with the Knight of Wands will immediately gravitate towards this being a player energy. All right. Someone who will come in, you'll have a great time, right? But it'll be over very quickly because it's all about the conquest. And while the Knight of Wands, yes, can represent that, all right, when we're looking at new love, okay, I'd probably be more worried about that card if we were like in a relationship reading right now, which we're not. But it's all going to start somewhere. It starts with a chemical spark. It starts with that attraction. It starts with it's a moth to a flame. We have fun. We go out there, we take things lightheartedly, right? We have a good time. We go on adventures with new people, right? This is an awesome energy for the start of a relationship. And yes, the Knight of Wands can mature into the King of Wands, right? Someone who's more mature, they're committed, they're successful, all of these things, right? But they still have that spark within them, right? That zest for life. And so with the Knight of Wands, it can be a fire sign. And we've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. It can also represent maybe someone who, is a short, passionate fling. But if you've been out of the dating game for a while, maybe that's just what the doctor ordered. You never know. But ultimately, there is passion, there is fire, and there's excitement. And ultimately, something very interesting coming in here and sparking in the month ahead. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a new person. This can also be you, your energy that's sparking. You're awakening to something here. You're awakening to the possibilities of love. You're feeling the passion come alive within you, right? And you're like, okay, I'm ready, right? Because the Knight of Wands is always up for anything, is always ready, right? So this can certainly be you getting ready to put yourself out there and take a chance. The Knight of Wands is a successful energy. The Knights are always on a quest, and the Knight of Wands is always successful, right? It's just they don't always stick around forever, right? But that's not necessarily what all of you are looking for right now. And again, we got to start somewhere, right? And we do sometimes start with those flings that may not necessarily last a lifetime, but could have the potential, depending on the person, to be that way. But ultimately, exciting. So hold on to your hat with that one. Fire and fire, right? Fire, fire, fire. Look at all this fire energy that's coming in. And it is interesting, though, here, Pisces, because with the lunar eclipse, so mid-month, this is happening at 25 degrees, all right? 25 degrees in degree theory and astrology is actually the first house energy, which is Aries energy, which is fire, which is new beginnings, starting something fresh, trying something new, meeting new people, right? It's the start of a new cycle. Very exciting. The blessings headed your way. We've got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is your intuition is at an all-time high. All right, as it should be with this full moon in your sign, right? You got some major things going on your spiritual self. All right, some clarity, maybe a sense of purpose. Some information may come to light. If you've been feeling confused, this is where you might be like, nope, I'm not confused anymore. I see things clearly. Your intuition, very much going to guide you, right? Is going to tell you when there's a red flag or when there's just this jovial, fun, good energy going on, right? So allow yourself to listen to and follow your intuition. The High Priestess is always a reminder that you have all the wisdom and the knowledge that you need to make the right choices for yourself. And we sometimes doubt ourselves, especially when on our path to love. But don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your instincts, right? You've got this. You've got this in the bag. The High Priestess is helping you to make choices as well. All right. But I also do feel like there's something here that's a little bit more than just a physical connection. I feel like there's very much a spiritual connection coming in, and that's part of the blessing there as well. High Priestess is very connected to the moon, right? So the lunations in the next month or so, this is like a big 6-week energy minimum for you. All of this energy is all very connected to the moon cycle. So work with the energy of the moon, cleanse and purge at the full moon, right? Set intentions at the new moon, try something new and meet new people. 10 of Swords, your advice from Spirit. The past is past, it's done and gone. There's a new morning, a new day coming on the horizon for you. All right. The 10 of Swords shows that there's been difficulties in your recent past, your long ago past. This is done. We are done like dinner, a completion of a cycle. We're ready to move forward. And all of these energies that are going on are a completion of a cycle for you, right? The full moon, completion of a cycle, especially the eclipse energies, right? big completion of a cycle for you, new beginnings on the horizon for you. When we do get the Ten of Swords, I mean, things have been hard, they've been challenging. It's difficult sometimes to move forward, to move on. It's difficult to look at the possibilities that we have in love, especially if we've been hurt or burned before, right, in some way, or especially if we've been betrayed before. Making the decision to move forward can be quite challenging. But the tens are about a completion. There's a new beginning on the horizon for you. So don't be afraid to move forward, okay? And, let the past stay in the past, all right? We take our wisdom, High Priestess, right? But we don't take the energy, right? The energy's done. You can't change it. It's done. It's gone, okay? But we can carry the wisdom so that we can do something a little bit different or make better choices or choose different people the next time, right? So trust in that process, okay? New beginnings on the horizon for you. Let's get some more cards. We've got the clouds. Remember we said there might be some confusion coming in. That's what the clouds brings. We've got the key. You find the answers. You get clarity there. We've got the letter, crystal clear communication. Got the garden, public events and gatherings, and we've got a crossroads here as well. So with the clouds right in the middle, okay, it does show that there's been some confusion. There's been some challenges. There's been some difficulties, possibly with an ex, with a past person, with the King of Clubs there, usually someone wanting to rustle some tail feathers there. But if there's been any of that going on, with the key and the letter, we're about to get very, very clear. Clarity, a clear sense of direction, a clear sense of what we want. And we're also going to be able to resolve something. If you do have a past person here, we're also going to be able to resolve something with them. All right. And this can be getting closure. This can be putting up boundaries. This can be just cutting them out and walking away. This can be releasing the energy that we've been carrying, right? Whatever it happens to be, the clouds are clearing. Okay, so that's the important thing to note. The key here unlocks all kinds of doors, all kinds of information. A big old yes card. Great, great, great energy here. I know what I want. I know what I want. More importantly, I know what I don't want, but I'm not going to focus on what I don't want because I'm going to focus on what I want. Your intuition very much guiding you here, always on point here in this energy. The letter, right? We've got communication going on. Usually with the letter, it's written communication. So this can be text messages, it can be emails, things like that. This could be something that actually brings a resolution to a previous issue that you've had going on. And this allows you to take a different path forward with the crossroads, right? You're leaving something behind, you're splitting off, and you're moving forward in a different trajectory than you have been on, which is probably a good thing. The letter does represent all kinds of positive communication, especially with the key coming in there. So talking to new people, communicating with new people. Perhaps for some of you, your key to meeting people might include the internet. For others of you, it can be actual chance encounters when you go to an event. Now, the garden that does come in here, social engagements, invitations, public gatherings, parties, whatever it happens to be, okay, this is where you're going. Now, you might be a little bit, you might be a little pessimistic. You might be a little bit, you might be thinking, I don't want to go to this thing. I'm not going to meet anybody. I'm just going to be like a bump on a wall. Right? Ultimately, if you go, you might, the choice is yours always, whether you do decide to get out there and meet people or not, to be a little bit more social or not, okay? But the crossroads here does show that the choice is yours. However, what path are you going to take? Are you going to take the path that you're already been on, or are you going to take the path less traveled? The crossroads shows that there is a potential for more than one opportunity to meet people, more than one invitation, more than one social event. And, you might have some choices to make there, right? This also can show that you might have multiple people, right? So this can be a really positive thing. But I do feel like for some of you here, there is a parting of ways from the past and moving forward just to the future. And you know what you want and you're going to get it, and you're not going to backtrack at all, right? Because getting to this point has been quite challenging. But with the garden there, though, even if you get an invitation to go somewhere, the clouds can actually represent the weather, believe it or not. And you might get up in the morning, maybe you accept an invitation to go somewhere, and you get up in the morning and the weather is kind of crappy, and you're like, I don't know if I want to go, right? It's outside, I'm going to get wet, but the clouds will clear, right? And then it'll be smooth sailing ahead. So maybe just go anyway and see what happens, all right? But the clouds there, yes, it can be a little bit of a confusing kind of energy, which actually also comes into play at that lunar eclipse for you guys there, though, because your ruler is Neptune. Neptune is in your sign, and this brings about some mysticism. It brings confusion, but it can also bring some clarity and some creativity into the mix as well. So, it can be a very helpful energy that might hinder you at first and then help you to move forward. So some very interesting things going on for you guys around that eclipse. But ultimately, I think you're opening the doors to new connections. So let's grab some soulmate manifestation cards and see what else is coming in here for you guys. Messages for Pisces, please. Thank you. Oops. We have the journey. Very interesting. We've got an open door, which is always good. I see a journey in your future. How will you meet your person? You might need to travel to meet them. The crossroads can represent going on a journey, going on a drive somewhere, right? And with that journey card, that open door. So traveling somewhere, going to an event, going to a social engagement, a party or something like that. Or maybe some of you are going to go on a little bit of an adventure, go traveling or something, and maybe you're going to meet someone that wants to travel with you. Knight of Wands. All right, whatever it is, it's an open door to love. We have culture with an hourglass here. So for some of you, and this is always a tricky little subject, right, with the culture energy, sometimes things can slow down a little bit in our path to love because our upbringing, our family, our belief systems, those kind of things can sometimes either help us or hinder us. Sometimes our families can really put a damper on our love life, right? Especially if you are expected to partner up with people from your own particular culture. And you may or may not be that kind of person. Maybe you're like, I don't care where someone comes from. Love is love, man. Right. And, there's, we can learn from each other's differences in culture. Granted, sometimes staying within the same culture can also be easier, right? So there may be culture that does come into play for some of you, all right? And that can cause a little bit of a slowdown to finding love. We have Empire here with a crystal, okay? This is spiritual connection. And this really does show that you are attracting someone in where you can build something together. You can build life together, whatever that looks like, whatever it is that you are desiring. We have alignment with another crystal there, so very deep spiritual connection coming in here. Things are aligning for you. You are a cosmic match made in heaven. You are magically aligned, okay? So whoever you are calling in, whoever you're coupling up with, soulmate energy here, you are meant to be together. So things are shifting for you in a wonderful way. We have the fortune card. Love that. Now, Aquarius also got this card. Okay, and I forget who else did. One other sign got this one as well. But this is big luck. All right, so a little bit of luck on your side. All right, and also once you do meet this person that you are being drawn towards, that you are attracting towards you, you will feel like the luckiest person on the planet. Okay, so things really shifting for you in a positive way, but a big luck energy right there. And we have effortless here as well, an effortless connection, right? When you meet your person, you click. There's something there. There's a spark. There's a moth to a flame. You might be from two completely different corners of the planet. You might have completely different career paths, completely different upbringings. But when you meet, there's something there. There's some familiarity. And it's like You don't have to worry about things. You don't have to work super hard for some things. So for some of you here, this is this effortless connection here. With the ring shows this commitment, also shows something coming to fruition for you, something completing in your cycle. So very supported by the universe, and we love this energy. It's wonderful. The rings in this particular deck, there's only 3 of them. And I think there's like, I don't know, 60 something cards and only 3. So for you to get the ring, which doesn't come out very often, is a really positive sign. Okay. So with all of that being said, I'm going to leave that there for you, Pisces. Okay. I hope there was something here that resonated on some sort of level. If there was, please do like, share, subscribe, drop a heart in the comments down below. I'll heart you back and we'll get all this love flowing in the air for everyone. And I thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a very magical September. Remember, work with those lunations, okay? Going to be very important for you. All right, but I hope you guys do have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next time. Bye.